Hamfests are an important part of the culture of amateur radio. Some, such as 3OTD's local club, the Hoosier Hills Ham Club's Hamfest, known as the Hoosier Hills Hamfest, have been going on for decades. In fact, what you see here is a time-lapse of our 59th annual event from just a few weeks ago. Some would say Hamfests are a dying tradition in the hobby. And yes, while it's often true that foot traffic is only a percentage of what it was 20 or 30 years ago, we believe that they still hold an important place in ham radio, especially if you're a tinkerer like the three of us are. While showing you the goings-on of this year's Hoosier Hills Hamfest, we'd like to give you some advice on how to hold a Hamfest in modern times if you want to hold a new one yourself. I believe we need more of these in the hobby. First off, you want to secure a large location, preferably with available tables and chairs. We were in a very large building, as you see here, at our local fairgrounds for a few $100s. We also have tailgating in the back, where people who don't want to spend the indoor fee for having a booth can set up. You want to get your event advertised with the ARRL. If you head over to ARRL.org and search their site for Hamfest and Convention application, you can apply to have your event listed with their website, and it will be published in QST Magazine. This is a popular magazine, if you don't already know, in the ham radio community, and will get the word out to a large number of amateur radio operators. We suggest doing this as early as possible. In preparation for our November 7th date this year, we filled out the application in late May and were approved around the middle of June. So this makes your Hamfest an ARRL sanctioned event, which allows you to use ARRL logos and such in your advertising. They also sent us 4 gift certificates for the ARRL online store, which was a total value of like $150 to give away as raffle prizes our event. Speaking of advertising, advertise in any way you possibly can. Mail all the hams in your local area by email or good old-fashioned snail mail if you can afford it. Advertise locally. Our local radio station offers a community affairs program where you can talk about events such as a Hamfest. And we make sure to get on there every year for 30 minutes just to tell the local community about ham radio and the Hamfest. You also want to make lots of flyers and hang in places. Take these flyers to other Hamfests and club events outside your immediate area when possible. You're looking to reach a very small segment of the population who will have an interest or possible interest in ham radio, so it's important to get the word out as widely as possible. Let's take a look at some of what went on during our Hamfest this year.
What are you clowns doing?
Talking about things. Something we can't put on the camera.
I got a camera like that.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah, so's mine, and so am I.
Yeah, so are you.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
You're still not worth it.
I even bought one of those little fancy like screw-on bases with the light on top too.
There you go.
I better.
I got a 79.
Hey, there you go. Add to your collection.
Yep, got a freak counter.
Nice, nice. I'm almost for sure that is the same one.
It'll blow up.
That is the same one that was at Sellersburg that I didn't buy.
Yeah,
it goes along with my.
Why didn't you buy it?
Because it was $15. This is Andy. What's your call, Andy?
Kilo 9 Alpha Whiskey Mike.
So tell us a little about. You guys got you kind of a link repeater network going digital, don't you? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's Indiana Link South. It's basically Evansville to Bloomington and then over into kind of south. East Illinois.
Yeah.
IndianaLinkSouth.com is where you can find all of the links. And I think there's, 7 repeaters in the links right now.
That's pretty impressive. It's only been around a couple of years. It's been that long,
I
right?
think we're in our 3rd year.
Okay.
So it's Wires X capable, so you can look us up on Wires X as well. And we love the rag chew. That's what it was built for. So make sure you get on there and talk if you're in southern or southwest Indiana.
I need to get on there myself. I have at least one radio that could probably do it.
Yes,
so,
you do.
Yeah. Well, thanks for talking with us. That sounds really cool. We'll have to check it out and promote that for you a little bit. So.
Indeed, thanks.
Thank you, Andy.
You're welcome.
Why is there still stuff on the table? You haven't sold it all yet?
No, everybody can and they're like, oh, that's cool in the news.
That's pretty typical.
You should just advertise them as milkshake makers.
Milkshake makers, you could, you know.
You want a mini milkshake maker? Boom, centrifuge.
Nah.
We only have 5.
Look at yourself. This is Steve. He's a regular of 30TD.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. Steve Chandler, W9THR
Yeah.
from Indianapolis.
that's a great cause. So you worked with Channel 13 at some point?
Actually, I did. I worked in security for about 3 years.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So
that's one of the
did a
Indianapolis
lot of
television
fun
stations.
things, and
Yeah.
it was fun.
Well, thanks for coming down to Hamfest
Well,
Day.
I love it down
We'll
here.
have to get you that selfie here in a
Yeah,
minute.
we will. About 1 million years ago.
Uh-huh.
And this is 2 runs of inch and 5/8 hardline.
Oh, wow. That's thick stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got back then about 25 years ago. It was about 300 feet. I had 300 feet of it.
Sure.
And it was $300.
Oh, wow.
What they forget to tell you is the connectors cost $75 a piece.
Oh, I
back
imagine,
then.
yeah.
So, but yeah, it was a. Let's see if there's a. You can see it running to the top, and
Oh, yeah, there we go.
so oops, trying to.
Oh, you got a good shot there, yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. Then that was the TA-33.
Oh, wow.
I always thought about hooking the hard line up to that, but
Yeah.
it was too big into the birds.
That hard
at the
line's
time.
heavy, yeah.
Oh my God, you have no idea. I thought I was going to die
Yeah.
pulling it up.
That's cool stuff.
My husband just ran inside for a few minutes, so.
You can sell everything.
Yeah, I should. Stand up here and make a real good deal. That's right. Drag me out here this early in the morning.
This is Dan, K9ZF.
Good morning.
He watches 30TD quite a bit. Tell me a little about the Clark County Amateur Radio Club, Dan.
I'm currently the president of the Clark County Amateur Radio Club, and we have a lot of estate items that get donated to the club, and I brought them to the Hamfest this morning to help benefit the club.
All right.
Most of the proceeds go to the Clark County Club.
Awesome. How many members you guys have?
I don't know the total, but it's somewhere 70, 80-ish.
Okay, that's about what I expected for your area. We were about 30 up here, so.
We commonly get 25, 30 people for a monthly meeting.
Nice,
so
nice.
We're pretty proud.
Where do you guys meet at down there?
Our meetings are currently held at the American Legion Hall in Sellersburg.
Sure, okay.
Every third Thursday at 7
So that's where the tailgate was we attended a while back.
Same,
All right,
same
so
spot.
go back and watch that video and you'll see where they have the meetings or where they have their meetings. So.
That's it.
All right, well, thanks for chatting with us, Dan.
Not a problem.
So, I always shoot these videos and I do it too fast, for the thrill technique stuff. You don't want to blur your stuff, You go real slow.
Just junk anyway. I know most of those all work. There's a couple of VHFs in there. I do know that. Yeah. 5 or 6 channels because I've had them programmed for scan.
Some other things you want to do for your event. Set a reasonable ticket price. If your event will double as a fundraiser, make sure not to charge too much for entry. It helps to also do some giveaways at the event. Our entry tickets double as raffle tickets that attendees can fill out and put in our prize barrel. We draw for prizes several times throughout our 4-hour event. The same goes for the booth space. You want to make it reasonable so that people want to come sell, but you also want to make a little money if it's a fundraiser. It's great if you can have an event for free, but a lot of clubs such as ours use it to help fund our yearly activities as well as rent and such for the next year's Hamfest. We rent our booth space indoors at $10 for a 10 by 10 space, 10 foot by 10 foot, and we provide a 7-foot table and a couple chairs. Out back, we charge $5 on top of the entry fee for tailgating. Finally, try to get some larger vendors for your event if you can. There are people who travel the Hamfest circuit. Some may just show up because you're having a Hamfest. We had Tower Electronics all the way down from Green Bay, Wisconsin. at our Hamfest. They had a great booth with all kinds of connectors and wires, and there's some other fellas that come from like the Cleveland, Ohio area and Illinois. They come from all over, and many of the attendees come from all over as well. Your best bet is just try to reach out to these groups, and if they're interested in coming, they'll come, but just do your best. Many years ago, we used to have an actual amateur radio vendor that sold new radios, and that's getting a little harder to come by for an event our size. We usually have about 400 to 500 attendees on a good year, and this was definitely a good year. We managed to fit our event in the midst of our COVID restrictions, which unfortunately changed for the worse due to cases rising within a week or two of our Hamfest, causing the cancellation of one more Hamfest in the state. I think it may have made ours the last one for 2020. So if you're having an event right now, you need to make sure to have everyone wear masks and do your best to enforce that. We did, and we had pretty good luck, and everyone's safe for the most part that I know of, and it was a good event this year. Hope to see some of you out next year. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode of 3OTD. Really glad you took the time to watch. Please subscribe on YouTube, and you can follow us on Facebook as well. See the links below. For Nathan and Justin, I'm Timmy. This is 3 Old Tech Dudes.